some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to throw, it's Mayava. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Rams in with the stiff arm. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. On the run, it's Coleman. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Washington right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to...
There he goes! How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
After the flag, it's 1st and 5 for the offense. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Boy, that defense didn't need to give this offense any more help. It's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. The give from the gun. Worked its way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give is to Miller. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And you want to run the football. And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set them up. Got some room to run.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But
got enough space, and he walks in for the score. Touchdown, Husky! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Here's a heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Fires left. Makes the catch. It's Lemon. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Trojans are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jason. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now. And this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he doesn't find find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Quickly to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. In the red area, it's Miller. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them. Oh, out of space. They bring him down with the big play and will move the sticks.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Now they'll run it to the right here. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Huskies are threatening on 1st and goal. Let's go! Let's go! They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husky!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Give to the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Miller with the ball. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's in open space downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the right side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to the running game. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Defense looks as if it's coming. Williams looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators preach, swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The toss to the right. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rushes on him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Green. Discards him with the stiff arm. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Williams will pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. From the gun. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the 1st half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the tailback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. He breaks a tackle. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Running to the left. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Huskies have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The tight end gets a handoff on third and short. You don't see that every day. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. Across the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Coleman. Nice pickup on the ground here, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Howard, and runs through another guy. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
A first down run in the red zone. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Looking deep. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got it in the middle, it's Lemon. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Lost a throw on first down. Right down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll try to pop the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. To the air, it's Maiava. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Power football with the run. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give to the back. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing.
Kill. 221 wing. 221 wing.
It's a draw. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Williams looking for a man. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Base 27 jump. Eyes up. Yup.
The give to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Williams will pass. That's reeled in. It's Green. Breaks into the open. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
That is the score. Washington 28, USC 14.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Lemon. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. One word to describe this guy, unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got starters. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them. You know how to find them. And you know how to feed them for big days like this.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Dropping back, it's Mayava. Got it in the middle, it's Lane. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Trojans are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. The throw. Got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Try to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They want that clock to run. Trust that arm. Just keeps moving. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Wide receiver going in motion. He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Timeout.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Washington would love to just run out this clock. Running back searching for a hole. Shows him the stiff arm. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And he's able to bounce off one tackler, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. Creates a little space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for room. It's Washington. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat. period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.